ka sekuna ba de sekuna sha laki funa ka. And nasabinika henaka he ho. Say ayokale ko mafashe eko eko male role ko hel ela inokomena sangnaina shebahila Nakala Oliko Mahila Saena Olako Nakala Shila Isekenomuna Pasa. Well, it's another God-given day. Kind of overcast though, but it's all right because we're dealing with the breath of life. And long as we have that, we can be productive in our aspirations and libations to our ancestors by divine decree. Once again, this is Humam Abdulmalik, your host for Blackanized Report. Global and local realizations of who we are as a people and how we're going to build our nation. Parts of the puzzle that we got to put together. That's all my concern is. That's what I've learned since I've been here in this world. Trepidation and manipulation, all by those people who control the nation. But it's our time once again. It's our time once again to unify and come together and deal with Black Wall Streets and infrastructure when we was in segregation. That's when we had our nation. That's when, and you know, they talk about, let's take America back to when it was great again. When was it ever great in your hands under your leadership? It was never great. You wanted the power over the people to be submissive and subservient to your your debilitation, your mental, I don't know what to say about you. You have a destructive nature, you have a deceptive nature, and you all base it on your God that made you. But how y'all doing today? I hope y'all feeling as great as I feel today. I just feel overwhelmed. You know why? I got Egypt on my mind. You see that? That's why I got my hat, because the sun shines so bright. But anyway, I just want to, continue on our conversation of nation building, overcome our situation in our communities. We got to fill our communities with love and joy and harmony and peace and self-healing. Once again, in a divine spiritual way that will allow us to overcome and overplay what they playing against us. So we have to, be like chess masters, sort of. I do that too. I teach chess, so I love the game of chess. But the game of chess in life is two different things. Because in each, you have to have critical thinking skills, concentration, and the ability to think past the next move or two or three moves. You got to somewhat try to see the future in what you do, because you got to counter each move that is made against you. And since we, we behind the eight ball and stuff like that, because we took a tremendous fall, but we all right. We all right because we have a divine insight. And I'm going to say good morning to my powerful sister, Monica T. Ray. How you doing today? A pleasure and an honor always. My matriarch, warrior, oracle queen of Ward 8. Anyway, I just feel so good this morning, you know, because there's just a lot of things going on to, elevate my thinking and insight, as I astro travel and come back and as I'm inspired to say the things that I say from my ancestors and the creator and the way of uh, inspiration that I'm given to help build our black nation through segregation. Once again, when we was in segregation, we was in the best place to be. You know why? Because we had our cities operational with every aspect that a city can be. And see, if we were to put that on a larger scale, we could say, man, y'all be on that side of the wall, we be on this side of the wall. You don't break our laws, we don't break your laws. But I don't think they can deal with that because they be envious and jealous. But the thing is now, see, they don't know about the divine essence that's going on now, that people don't really know that they're dying out naturally. I'm serious. I mean, it's like their death rate is greater than their birth rate. One. Two, that they can't deal with the melanin like you and me. You know what I'm saying? Melanin. Can't deal with it. That sunlight, that's why they put all the synthetic uh, stuff on them when they go to the beaches. Because if it don't, their skin gonna burn. We go out there and we like, ooh, Lord have mercy, that feels good. It'd be like the sun be like a cool blanket upon our skin, like we in a zephyr breeze. You know what I'm saying? But all it ain't all bad and disastrous living in this society. But we just got to become the masters again. We got to counter their move. They talk about taking America back to when it's great, when it was great, when there was the Jim Crow law, the black law, or maybe some other law that hinder us from our growth and development. But we ain't going back to that element like that. No, you can try to do what you want to do, but it's our move too. You make that move, we're going to make our move to take it beyond when it was great. We're going to take it back to when it was harmonious and divine and spiritual. And we was living in harmony and peace. That's what we're going to do. Since you want to play some chess. Oh yeah, y'all see in the background? That's where I'll be doing my Blackanized report interviews. We'll be interviewing people of the community, and we'll be talking about different things in the community on a local level. And it depends if I get somebody from a national level or international level, we'll be interviewing right there. You see that thing back there, say Blackanized report? With host Humam Abdulmalik. Yes, that's what we're going to do, a live report interview with an individual right here in our studio. That's right. And it might be you, Monica. I might call on you to interview you one day because you in your greatness in every way. And I know you have a lot of information to share with the people. And we need information to be shared to, make us realize and know that we can make it, that it can be done, because we are doing it. And we do it in every way. We do it always in all ways. See, we grow up in a spiritual context and by divine nature that the Creator has made us, and through our understanding of being in the temple where the Creator is in us, so that make us that what we are. I am. I am. You heard the word before. I know you've been to church or the mass or somewhere that you get that spiritual connotation or connotation about who you are, who we are in our nation building. All we have to do is put the final missing part of the puzzle together, and that is unification. Once we put that part in, shoko, it's no soul. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. See, we'll have divine inspiration and divine control in a spiritual context from our ancestors that's showing us the road and the goal to be able to establish what we had before. It is our time in this age of Aquarius, though. I want you to know. And that's the reality. That is the reality, and nothing can hinder it. Nothing can hinder our progress. Nothing. We can't even hinder it, because we know that, all the poisons on our street corners, from the outside of the street to the inside of the store. I'm talking about liquor and all that, and all of these different type of synthetic drugs is in the street. But we got to realize that it's a war, a silent war that's been played upon us ever since that J. Edgar Hoover said he didn't want no Messiah to rise among us. But he couldn't stop that, because everybody is divine, has divine rights upon themselves and for everybody else. It's just like that. We're divine people, and once we understand and tap into that energy, then what can you say? You just look in the mirror at your psychiatrist and you tip your hat, and you say, I'm with that. And we got to be together in the unification process. We are to do that, because it's prophesied in the annals of our ancestors, writing upon our minds and our DNA. And that's what we got to know and believe, is what's in us is real. It is the divine realness, because the Creator is in us, each and every one of us, because that's the way it is. The energy of the Creator is in the temple, and that's where we go to do prayer and pay homage. But we do that to ourselves in the sentence, the minute way, where we don't let our ego get in the way. We can't let our ego or be self-centered or egotistical. We can't do none of that. We have to be in a spirit of humbleness and humility, the way to rise up and be sincere with our growth and development, to establish our goals once again, and on our divine roads again, so that we can be in harmony and peace again, in a meiotic way, in a matriotic way, and come out of this patriotic, deceptive way of the white-haired men. You know what I'm talking about. So with that, I want y'all to know that we got to continue to boycott. We got to go on my page, Facebook page, where from last July 1st, we started this perception, or perception and I'll just leave it at that. I could say congestion also, when you eat something and all that, you go in. So whatever you put in, it's got to come out words, action, or deeds. So what I was saying that to say, our protest at the time was along with Brother Kaepernick, doing what he was doing, protesting the murders of our brothers and sisters in the street through the police trigger happy hands. And then they get out, and like it was black law, like they didn't have any respect for us as black men, according to what was that? What was that? What law was that they was talking about? What brother that wrote that book? Oh boy, tell you, who was that? I don't recall right at the moment, but it's going to come back to me like it always do. The brother that wrote the book, I know that we know about the three-fifths law, but it was the law that they said that they don't have, we don't have any right that they need to respect. That's what they was. That's a law. That's what they said in the law. The fraudulent laws, it was said just like that. You know, the judicial part of the society or whatever, you know how they go. They got the judicial, they got the legislature, no, they got but the executive, judicial, and on the judicial aspect, that's what they said in the courtrooms. David Walker's Appeal, that's the book that you can read all that information about what I just said. And that's a reality. That's how they really feel. That even right now, because they ain't changed it, they ain't even changed that we are three-fifths human beings. Some people say that we get the three-fifths of a vote or something like that. And other people say that it's like three-fifths of a human being. But whatever it is, we don't have to deal with the fraudulent laws no more. Because all we had to do is establish our infrastructure and go back to Black Wall Street. Because we had everything that was unique and operational and running within those streets of Black Wall Street, wherever they were in the country. So we got to go back to that. And that's a fact that we're going to have to do that in a divine way and in a way that, you know, it will blow their mind that we can do it again in this day and time. But we're going to do it through generosity, love, and healing, social healing, and harmony and peace. We got to find it. We got to find it within our hearts to be able to make that start again. And we can, because we're stars. We're stardust. We're avatars. We indigos. We everything that make us divine, you know. And that's what we got to know, and that's what we got to believe. We got to get our energy back. They say, don't do this and don't do that. They say, don't you practice no voodoo. Don't you do no juju. And don't you talk about no antichrist. What is an antichrist? Something they created. Antichrist is protons, neutrons, and electrons that make up carbon. Carbon is the energy of the creator that never departs. That's who we are. They don't want us to know these things. They don't want us to know when we practice juju, witchcraft, or anything like that. We was dealing with healing. They're the one that concealing the truth and doing what they're doing, and they're killing in their occult circles. You don't know how many people are missing that they don't say nothing about. A few people they talk about are missing and this and that, and we can't find them and all that. Where are they at? They just fall off the earth? No. They're taken for body parts, blood sacrifices, and sex orgies and all that. And that's what it is. I mean, you got to go deeper into your studies and get to esoteric and arcane information that they write about, but they hide books or whatever. But then they say the easiest place for you put information is that we won't do it is in books, and that's not true. Because I read all the time. Not as much as I used to, but I got to get back to it because I got to start writing. I got to start everything like I got to be rejuvenated. Get that energy to write and to what word I'm looking for. I'll just leave it like that. I just want to get to writing and be creative. And when my writing, my creativity, I can be part of the development or my part that I play in the development of us as a people getting back, I ain't gonna say what they say, beyond the greatness that they're looking for. We want to get our society back in harmony and peace. That's all we want. And see, you won't have to deal with us and we won't have to deal with y'all unless y'all want to bother or something like that. But you can never, never like bring us under attack like you did before, because we ain't standing for it no more. We are standing up and being spiritual warriors, divine warriors, so that we can meet you head on if need to be, not in like material and these other type of war elements that you got, but by divine decree, by energetic power that you can't even see, that you ain't even gonna believe, but you're gonna feel it touch your heart and mind. Because we're going back to voodoo. You know what we do. You found it out when you was in Haiti. What happened in Haiti when y'all had all them weapons and stuff and thought you could overpower the people? The melanated voodoo power. You couldn't at all because it was this natural and divine. Beat the French and the English all the way black. Yeah. Same thing here in America. What we're going to do, we're going to take back Turtle Island. We're going to make it properly available for all us to unify. But first, we got to get ourselves together. We can't worry about no other ethnic group at this particular time. I mean, we do business and all that with them, but you got to keep in mind what our purpose is and what our goal is as a people, unified. We got to bring back that harmony and peace here in the United Snakes of Hypocrisy that they claim is the moral, that they claim is more, what is it, democracy, but it is mockery, you see, because of it being what is being a criminal enterprise. What can I say? Again, their writing, again, their language, again, when they talk about callable states. But see, you got to go into esoteric and arcane and all that. You got to read. You got to go beyond this mundane thing. You got to go into a spiritual essence so that it can open up to, you know, the essence. So you can see more, hear more, know more, you know, so that you can be more of who we are. We got to pool our resources and amongst ourselves so we can deal with them on equal alignment. I'll say alignment. So again, it's about like playing chess. Your adversary and you playing chess, but not playing. It's very serious because it's our life at stake. If you don't realize, we're in a silent war where we're being like attacked, you know, through the air, chemtrails, through the water, fluoride and lead, and through the food, GMO foods, and through the education, dumbing down our children. You ain't really got to dumb them down. You give them that Eurocentric indoctrination, then they go against their own nature. And that's what be happening. And a good example is that when they people be shouting, I am a Greek fraternity. I'm in the fire, say fire. I'm in this and bye, and all that. How can you be in all that and don't give yourself credit? Because they study at our feet. You should know that. And ancient Kemet is where all the Greeks came through to get all the information to tell people of the world that they are the philosophers and this and that. But they plagiarized and stole everything they got for us, philosophy and all that. They got it from us. Ancient Kemet, Nubian, because we are the first builder of civilizations. If you don't know your story, you better know your story because they took it and said it's history. His story ain't have none. They didn't have none. They got ours. They plagiarized our story and made it into theirs. And then they gave us a book that tells you, you better not do this and you better not do that because the woman committed the first sin. Say the woman committed the first sin and then everybody like born into sin. Say everybody's born in sin. How? You ain't even done nothing. You got to, if you're sinful, you have to have an action, right? because for every action, there's a reaction. But if you ain't done nothing, so how is you sinful? Is that, like Mike Tyson would say, that's ludicrous. I mean, serious. I mean, it don't make any kind of natural sense, but it's a program type sense that have you programmed to go against yourself. I'm saying, I don't care. With me, I've been saved and baptized, and I took my Kalima Shahada. But you know what? I realized they are not as important to me as my spiritual rise. Got me? Because, like, in my divine essence is my blessings to know that's in my temple is the energy of the Creator. And I was blessed to be its emissary. I ain't gonna say he, she, or nothing. It's an energy. And what I say that I was blessed because I was chosen. The energy came into me, and I was able to handle it. Because I'm telling you, if it come into you and the four you can't handle, you're gonna be gone. I'm telling you, it's like dropping acid, man. It's a real experience. But if you're strong and by divine decree, you have that key to be allowed to open the secrets of the seven seals and meet the 24 elders. What I'm talking about is esoteric, arcane knowledge that our ancestors left us, but we don't go deep enough in our minds to get all the gold and silver and diamonds, pearls from our mind. Like, on the outside, when you go in mines, that's what you get, minerals and all that. Well, we do the same thing on the eternal side of things, because as above, so below, as inside is outside. We have to understand that we have an universe to be able to project and deal with the profound understanding to have upon the universe. It's simple, very simple. Things that words that they try to make so big and so long and all that, little words like axiom, abyss, apex. Those little words are so powerful because they carry us so far. And that's what we got to know, because we're shining stars. We are. Oh, I want to thank the people that be coming on pre-post, every day after, they don't come on and let me know that they here. Like most of the regulars or people that I know that always, put their name up here. But after I look and I see how many views I get, I'm thankful for you listening to me, listening to myself, to give us the benefit of the divine information to come through me on a spiritual level, in the spiritual context, because that's what it's about. See, the physical reality is this a reality of really somewhat, I'll say, slavery, because of the commercialized lies that sometimes have us hypnotized and stimulate our aspirations and stuff like that. Instead of us being about building a nation or infrastructure, once again, we be programmed to tear it down, to tear ourselves down. And that's what we got to come out of. We got to come into our spiritual habitat within ourselves, so that we can come together in the unity and currency of the divine energy that connects us all, you see. And it's just the reality, man. It's the reality. You can't get around it. You can't, like, allow them to interject in your mentality, false reality, dealing with religions and all that. Like I was saying, that, wasn't nothing as powerful of the energy of the Creator coming into me, or selecting me as an emissary, and I was able to meet the challenge, not the challenge, but the ability to withstand the euphoria and move forward, to get that spiritual strength, that divine strength that has me where I'm at this moment, to be able to speak like I'm speaking, talk like I'm talking. Because, like, academically, I'm self-taught. They put me through junior high with all F's, right? but they didn't know I was reading on the college level when I was maybe 4, 5, 6, or 7. I respect my mother and father for getting me the Cat in Hat books and the World Book Encyclopedia and dictionary, because every day I came home from school, I don't know why, but I was in those books before I came out and started playing. I would learn me 3 or 4 words and the definition of them and go use them on my friends. I used to be like, I come home from school, I'd be in China somewhere. I'd be in Australia. I've been Himalayan mountains, yeah, with the World Book Encyclopedia. I'd be gone. I'd be in them, man. I'm telling you, it takes you away when you read and stuff like that and see the pictures and all that. I guess that's what helped me be who I am today. Wow, selected in the way that I was selected to be the spiritual warrior I am, to convey the truth the way I have it input into me from divine decree on the pathway of my ancestors. And that's my reality, it's our reality, but we got to tap into that energy and the currency, divine currency, and be in unity, being unity and unity throughout the whole world. So that's why we got a hashtag Black People Comedic Boycott, HAM, around the world that we got to boycott, because we can't let these people get away and allow them to think we forgot. We haven't. It's our time coming up by divine decree, because we on a divine timeline. We ain't on the physical time, you know, the time that y'all try to create and make and all that. We on divine time, and that is our time in the age of Aquarius. Energy is flowing, divine energy, and if you open up to it, then you're gonna change. This change is gonna come about. You know, we ain't gonna argue. We ain't gonna talk about I'm Christian, I'm Jew, I'm Muslim, and all that. And here's what I do, and you going here, you going there. No, we are spiritual beings. We're divine beings, and we under one house. We with one purpose, one destiny, because there's only one energetic, supreme energy that has brought us into this reality. And that's where we got to go back. We got to come away from the lies of the first sin and this and that the women are sinful and all that. That is some bull crap. You know, if you're shooting dice, that's some crap, and you crapped out. Ah, Lord have mercy. What else? I got to say something about this here too, because this is April the 30th. And today, between 3 and 5, there will be a celebration, emancipation of mental medical slavery. We'll be having, well, I have to say we, because I'm co-hosting with Khan Khadija Abdulmalik Davis folks on We Inner Light Radio. It's all about self-healing, about breath, chronic disease, stress, unity, and all that, and how you get past that. Well, I have to say for my own self, we having a panel discussion today between 3 and 5. My way that I got past that is with her dealing with me, giving me information that I can be free of the medical mental slavery. I got on the freedom train. This today, this is the celebration of life, love, and health, and your greatest wealth on the planet Earth. Tuesday, April the 30th, 2019, from 3 to 5 is when we're going to celebrate this healing, self-healing that if you was dealing with her, you'll become your own self-doctor, your self-healing doctor, because you'll have information that she is giving you to move forward in your own healing. And today is the celebration of 9 years 9 years of this great sister, this great mother of healing. And today on www.innerlightradio.com, come join us and listen to Emancipated from the Medical Mental Slavery. You know, have you become your own wellness? Share with your network on our panel radio show today between 3 and 5, and every other Wednesday from 4 to 5 with Intellect Radio. This month, I will start co-hosting with her, and I was doing, Blackanized Report. Then I started doing poetry. This is also poetry month. So with that, I just wanted to share that. And if you have time, come online and listen to Inner Light Radio with Khadija, Karen Khadija Abdulmalik, Davis Folks, and myself, Humam Abdulmalik, talking about our health concerns and a little bit of poetry and all that. And some other people come on and talk about their issues and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a great show. But this is the 9th year, and I want y'all to know that being in the company of this genuine person that helped me get to where the level where I'm at today, and I feel great. And with whatever they might say, as far as medical anything, I'm gonna emancipate myself first and foremost before I take any of their medicine or anything like that, because all they want to do is make money off of me. So with that, let me move on. I got to talk about, let me see, as I did earlier, you can see that behind me in my background, Blackanized Report. I'll be giving live interviews from this part of the studio, that part of the studio. And with that, I got to get my poetry over there so I can read a couple of poems, and then we might can get out of here. But I want y'all to know that we got to stay strong and unified and come together. This is our time. In the age of Aquarius, we can't be broader soul no more. See, they trying to take us off the map with their chemtrails, food, water, and GMOs. But they don't know that we are divine, though. We are the divine people. It's gonna shine, though. We're gonna shine like the sunlight come through our window. Yeah, what is that on the floor? I don't know. I'm just gonna go in and pick a couple of poems, see what they're talking about. Something I haven't read before. I gotta write some more too. I really do. Some things I want to read, but I don't want y'all to think that. Yeah. What I'm gonna read? What can I read today? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read this here. One of my zodiac signs. I'm a monkey in Chinese astrology. So I want to give. Well, I gotta find something first. I'm looking for something. I never found it. I need to try to find it. Man. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I can find that later. Oh, that's a nice one right there too. Let me get going, cause I don't want to hold y'all up. I ain't got no gun to do. And I wouldn't do that no way, because I'm not raising my hand against any black man, woman, or child in my lifetime. going forward, you know. Chukuna hina kina biki na sikona shikona yeloma sikoma shikona. I done lost that page. The one I was gonna read. That one. Unkana dikon sa dikon da. I want to read. Where was I? Just had it. Shukuna Shela Bureda Shelo Mahelo Kane Kona Kaselo Bikona Fisikena Si Noni Sabani Ula Sokonari Kole Soko. I was gonna read that. Shouldn't read that though, because y'all might take me seriously. What are you talking about, man? Oh, here you go, right here. As I said, that my zodiac sign in Chinese astrology is a monkey. So I want to give them some some credence. Let me say it like that. It's called Fire in the Blood. If you recognize that sound, then maybe you will say that evidence is well found, but it's bound by a cloud of mistruth. Okay, here are the proof. One green monkey, acting like a junkie, you know, using a needle or syringe to get high, contaminated. Needles was the first lie, but they had to take you on a deeper ride down the rabbit hole, you know, like deep, deep down in the middle of the jungle, where the green monkey survived the fire in the blood that caused the pandemic that is now worldwide. And what they really tried to hide is ultimate truth, that the virus HIV was synthetically made in a biochemical military lab in Fort Detrick. You see, they were running tests of a vaccination deep, deep down in the middle of the jungle. On the green monkey, they don't know which one went on the run because there was more than one. And he got on the plane like it was sane doing his thing, but it was supposed to be in a cage. Now, turn to the next page. Here comes the ultimate lie to numb your brain. Here's the homosexual guy that they bring into the picture to really get you ready for church and the so-called curse of God. As you come out of that hypnotic trance or hypnotic nod, and you say, "Oh my God, it feels like I've been robbed," because all their stories are falling apart. Just ask Jimmy Carter and Bill Gates. Depopulation and control is their real goal, especially those African souls deep, deep down in the middle of the jungle. They didn't tell them what they was getting vaccinated with, but now there's a fire in the blood. Don't you understand, man? They just wanted their land. And this was done by the same hand. Mad scientists gone mad, giving orders to unleash synthetic death by insane polytricksters and capitalist CEOs who hold these truths to be self-evident. That the green monkey spoke no evil, saw no evil, and heard no evil, but the evil was being done to everyone who had fire in their blood after the vaccination were done by this wicked nation. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, but evil has been done. Now the green monkey is on the run. Yeah, because they try to say that HIV came from eating the green monkey way in Africa, and it got worldwide. Man, I tell you, these people make me want to cry. But you know, uh, I got to keep on being who I am, stand strong. It's this like, you know, If you don't, you're going to lose out. You're going to not have no clout in new beginnings. You know, what change? Stop playing games. Okay, I'll read this one. I'll read this one next. Change. Why don't you think about change? Isn't it about time to stop playing games? There's nobody else to blame. So take control of your soul and be the captain of your soul. And don't slip into the traps that they set for you and you don't have a clue that it all started from school, treating you like you were an educated fool, saying you almost always be under their rule, a slave from your birth to the grave. So that's why you behave the way that you do by the time now that you grow into the giant that you always been without the sin. Before you came into contact with them, those affected by the Nephilim. Oh, you don't know him? It's because they changed his name in the Bible, Genius 6:4 and Numbers 13:33. So how can you reach spiritual understanding when they be demanding you walk through life with your eyes wide shut and your mind closed to what you supposed to know and accept as truth? As one wise sage once said, in order to turn the page in life and make a change, you have to look at all men in the mirror. And that you got to look at yourself in the mirror. But as I look in the mirror, I saw no reflection of me. I say, how can this be? As I shook with fear, then everything became clear. I heard the inner voice within me. Nobody else heard it but me. And it said, you have reached a degree and level where you are mentally free and not affected by the devil. Because I was the only one there listening, it became clear that I was on a humble mission to help change the condition of those who were not listening to the inner voice within themselves. But I wasn't in despair because I knew they didn't care by the examples they made clear. As the inner voice continued, I confirmed the change I made within, and then I realized as I approached the altar of my ancestors, I gave libations out of respect and honor for them in my reflection of change from beginning to my end. As it was then, it shall be now, the path I follow without sin, but with genuine humble submissions to help guide and protect the elders and the youth. So be it, my change. Yes, I had to change in order to rearrange my thinking and my focus to help my people rise up and be who we supposed to be, to have the social key, to overcome the beast. The beast be rising from the sea, can't you see? I said the beast be rising from the sea, can't you see? It's the beginning of the prophecy, and the divine don't be lying. It's the Zionists and capitalists that are blind to the fabrication that they design. They got the world in a perilous decline. All signs of the changing times that the women are acting like men and the men acting like women. But everybody is not caught up in habitual sinning, because it's like time has stopped and Pandora's box, like the Matrix, has opened, and the first of the seven seals is being revealed. As the righteous kneel in humble submission and the mentally free are given the key to listen to the truth that abounds all around with sounds and deciphering the truth that is strangely mixed with falsehood. Created by conditions set in motion by multi-million dollar, billion dollars, trillion-dollar corporations and politicians who sold their soul so they can continue to control men and steal his wealth and lineal wealth, steal his health. I said steal his health and lineal wealth until there is nothing else left. But the devil's plan to unfold, but what they don't know or understand is that man's plan and God's plan. So where do you stand as the beast be rising and they be giving false advertisement as the new world order be unfolding around the globe? By the token of time, surely man is at loss or death, except those who practice true patience and constancy. Amen. That's a little verse from the Quran, Surah Asa, the last part I read there. So, I just wanted to make things clear. Well, with that, I think that I'm going to retire into doing other things around the studio. And y'all have a blessed day, as I always say, and I end in this here. We got to deal with the proper attitude and fortitude of dealing with in our new found new world order of Ma'at. It's not a new world order, it's an old world order. It's our world that, we have to get back to. We got to deal with the Ma'at, harmony and peace and justice, and the principles of Ma'at, and the 42 admonitions of Ma'at. Then we got to deal with Kwanzaa and the principles. We choose one every day that we live and work and play within society to this day. And also, we have to make history every day. We make history by telling our story correctly and then making our story more greatly, love and healing with each other. So with that, I want to say Salamu Alaikum, Ashe, Hotep, Ubante. Now I want to do a roll call. Where is that? Yeah, here we go now. Latif Jawari, Monica T. Ray, Frederick Ballinger, Kenneth McIntyre, Kunu Trail, and DC LOM, DC Loyalty Over Money, my big uncle. So you all have a great day. And as I said before, I'd like to thank those people to come on post show because they don't come on now. Then later on, I look, it'd be like, so many more views that have been looking or listening at the time that they can. But every day we must come together in harmony and peace and a proactive prayer to bring us together into the unity, the missing part of the puzzle, so that we can move forward, stop harming one another. And all we got to do is to tap into that energy as it taps into us, that divine energy, the currency of love, harmony, and peace. And overcome. And so we can feel that energy of the East from ancient Kemet. And here also, all the planet Earth was ours, and everybody come from us, and that's what we got to know. And so with that, I'd like to say, Kona se o my la, se kona e lo ma. That's what I want to say in my ancestral tongue as we sing a song of the morning sun. Ishakana? Yeah. With that, y'all be blessed. I love y'all like I love myself. And for those who just joining, I'm just going, but you can look at the whole broadcast. All you got to do is tap into it. When I go, you can see the whole broadcast. And thank you for coming on. Y'all be blessed, the warriors, spiritual warriors that y'all are. Each and every one of you are a shining star from stardust, avatars, and indigos, and all that. We are who we are. Say amen, my Shay Hotep. Be blessed. Alafi, my brothers and sisters. Alafi. Stay strong in our war against our natural enemy. So with that, going to be Kisa, Sekoda, Hekoda, Leko, Sebo, De, Shoko, and Naka. Love y'all. For real, I'm serious. I love y'all like I love myself. Ah! Because I can no so